everyone, and welcome to another episode of Super Monday Night Combat, the commentaries. For this commentary, I'm going to be playing Karl, and at the beginning, I have some indecisiveness about my products. But yeah, my Leo and my Tankenstein product build are identical, so I don't know why I have two, but just different names. I guess probably because I'm stupid, but anyways. I want to start off, before we get into it, this is a pretty long introduction because we have to wait for the game to load, but I'm going to start off by, one of my subs asked for a shout out, so I'm going to give it to him. H. Burke, his YouTube channel is SMNC H. Burke. He's got, like, I think 2 videos up at this point, but I think he wants to upload more. So, yeah, go check him out and watch the videos if you like him. And give him a like rating and follow him and whatever. So, yeah. We're going to be playing on the Bullet Gorge, which is, I guess, an okay map. I prefer Loco Moco, but you know what? Sometimes you got to play on Bullet Gorge with the big, stupid wooden buildings. Okay, now we got some playing right now. I'm playing with some people that recognize me, which is always fun. Usually when I play with people I recognize, I do horribly and just look like a big asshole in front of them. But in this gameplay, I don't. So, right there, that was a signal flare to let them know that, you know, the battle is on. I fired it into the stratosphere, and they see it, and then they know that destruction is all that awaits them. Now, somebody on my team said to beware of the gunner. Techubus, I think is his name is. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Stekubus? It's money in a Techubus. Said to beware of him because he was good, so I'm like, okay, I'm being aware of him. I saw him up there, and my teammates asked, how the fuck did he get up there? And I think last one of my videos I showed you how to get up there. You just gotta go, you run up and you go to the left as soon as you spawn, and then right there is a little ledge you can jump jet up to. It's lower than all the others, so that's how you do it. Right here. Oh, I see him getting grappled. I break the grapple with a stun. I don't know why I didn't Karl Jr. there. Probably because I'm a big fat idiot. But yeah. What you're going to want to do. It's an amazing trick. Your teammate's getting grappled. Go ahead and stun me. Break him out of the grapple. And also right there I get an inadvertent prop-up kill because that's just how awesome I am. I'm so awesome that even when I'm being a shithead, I somehow managed to get a kill. Oh boy, what an undeserved kill that was. I think I got first blood with that too, which is just even worse. Oh man, what an ass I am. Now I saw that there was a Wasket up there before I take a look. I want to make sure that nobody's gonna drop down from the heavens and rain destruction upon my robot head. I'm sorry, did I say robot head? I meant human head. Karl's pretty much just like Boba Fett, where he's a human in a robot suit. Oh no, I got crook hooked! Ah! Yeah, Captain Crookhook right there with his big old pirate hat stunned the shit out of me. He's gonna play the stun game. We're gonna play stun each other all match. That's what we're gonna do. Anything you can stun, I can stun better. But he also gets to fly across America with his stun, which I would think is both. It's a double-edged sword because maybe sometimes you don't want to fly across America, but sometimes you do. It's a catch-22. You catch 22 things. I don't know. I don't know what that saying means. Back to bot killing. That's what you're going to want to do. You want to kill the bot, especially early game. I really like Bullet Gorge early game because everything's well defined. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And each team has their own side and rarely does one side venture to the other. It's kind of like that on Loco Moco, but on here it's a little bit more so because there's ejectors right here. It's so easy to get wrung out. And also the laser blazers are pretty well hidden on Loco Moco. They're kind of out in the open. They're a lot easier to shoot cheese. I mean, it's like you can cheese any turret really easy from the jungle, but on this one it's a little bit harder to shoot it. You have to put yourself in a position where you can get wrung out at any moment. So it's a little bit more defensive of a map. And yeah, I don't know what this vet's doing, but what he needs to be doing is being the cool guy, the enemy vet I'm talking about, and yanking people off of the map. Man, this is an amazing map vet level because the beginning is really segregated. And they're all around these open areas. You can easily get an early level advantage just by not crook hooking, but clawing people right off into oblivion. So keep that in mind. Yep. Shooting some bouncing buddies because that's how I roll. I shoot tiny little balls. Look like they look like that little toy. There's like a little children's toy I remember, where it kind of looked like that, but it vibrated when you turn it on. You put it on the ground, and it would just bumble everywhere. Maybe it's called Bumble something. I don't remember. But yeah, I remember we had that, and it was fucking, yeah, it was that. I don't really know where I was going with that, but shut up! I'm shooting bouncing buddies here because I'm expecting that, since that gun is really low health, I'm expecting to come down from the jump pad and to go buy health, but he's not going to do that. And right there, holy shit, did you see that? Rewatch that shit. That shit was amazing. What I did was, I stunned the Wascot, and I want to shoot my, and I, like, what I didn't do immediately was shoot my All-Fire in the handler, because I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm a hit idiot. And so I stun him, and I'm like, oh, I should shoot that. I shoot it, and it misses him, but it hits the combat girl, and I get a double kill. Oh, and right there, I'm trying to shoot that guy from long distance. Don't want to get too far into enemy territory. They do have a vet and a Wascot. Last thing you need to get is get grapple wrecked. Because, yeah, if anybody gets grapple wrecked hard, it's goddamn Karl. I get another stun off because he was grappling my teammate. Boy, is Karl fucking annoying whenever you're playing against, whenever you're playing as a character that uses grapples as their main damage move. Because I see my teammate getting grappled and I just fucking stun him. It's like, oh, your main means of doing damage has been negligented. Oh my god. Is negligent / has been nullified. Oh my god, I'm the fucking stupidest. Why can't I use words? God damn it. Anyways, yeah, I really, anytime you see a vet, there, just be ready. I'm like, oh, just assume that he's going to pull, because really bad vets, and that includes me, will be very, very predictable with their pulls. But basically, you see them and go, oh, he's going to pull me because he has his pull, and then he's going to do exactly that. So right there, I saw him. I saw that he was standing there, and sure enough, he went to do a pull, and sure enough, he didn't get away with it because I knew what he was doing. Very poor timing right there. I don't really have, I should have had that grapple, but I don't, so that's why they call me the grapple missing kid. I get a double stun right there, and then I get a junior kill, and I think I did follow my all fire handler right there, but I didn't get any kill or any, I didn't kill anybody with it, so. And now I'm really thirsty, so I'm going to take a big swig of some Coke. That's refreshing. And right here, we're just cleaning house. Mostly that includes me getting a kill and getting a bunch of assists. This game, my team, there was just a million assists. Like, I don't think anybody soloed anybody in that fight. It was almost unanimously just team fighting everybody. Which is how this game is meant to be played, so. And of course, after Annihilator's down, this is standard protocol, and that's to take out both of these front level turrets. If you win the Annihilator and you don't take out both these front level turrets, then I don't know what you're doing. You need to stop that. No, I got grappled! Now I'm party poopered. I missed my stun, which is bad news. You don't want to miss your stun against a commander. You definitely want to land it. That way you can burst damage them and hopefully scare them with all of your damage into running the fuck away. Now I need help here. I'm calling my teammates, help me! I need help! But they don't. They're like, where are you? I'm like, what do you mean where I am? I'm the only guy that's getting his ass kicked. When somebody calls out for help, what you just look around for your teammates, and if you see one just getting grappled, then that's probably the guy that's asking for help. So yeah. Just keep tabs on if somebody says help. Like, it kind of helps if you know their voice, especially if they use voice chat. So that usually comes from teaming with them. But if you don't know their voice, just kind of go, okay, somebody's calling out for help. Who could it be? Take some inventory and look around. Look around at the health bars and notice, okay, well, that guy's kind of low health. I'm assuming it's him. And then look around for that character model with your team vision, and then go help him. And yeah, I mean, if they use their, like, right there, see how I use that quick tab? I said I need healing, so, and I go to look for my healer. I see him right there, and look, sure enough, he comes and heals me. So keep that in mind. Need health, go track down the healer. It's not the healer's job to heal you the whole time. It's the healer's job to win the game. That's what he's there. He's saying, I'm going to try to win this game. And sometimes that includes healing, and sometimes it doesn't. So if you're not getting healed, then you need to be proactive about it and go, hey, heal me! And run at him and shoot at him and use the exclamation point above your head. Get him to heal you. Right here, just me being stupid. Yeah, Juice Gunner, you know, you don't stand in front of him because his fucking bullets hurt. So I really am so sick of jump pads. I'll hit him and then I won't have enough momentum, and I will just go in a random direction. Like, I'll go straight up and I'll just have to hit the jump pad another like 7 times before I finally make it up there. I said, fuck that. I was low health, so I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I just go ahead and use prop up to get over to that health, but that's really just something I find incredibly obnoxious. I don't think it's really a big deal, but whatever. Right here, 2 Karls. I'm 2 levels above him. 2 Karl Jr. is all it takes to kill that guy. He was pretty much dead after 2 Karls. So, Karl Jr. Damn it! Say Karl Jr., dummy. Hardee's. I'm throwing a burger. Does anybody know why Karl Jr. has 2 different names? Why it has Hardee's in like the Midwest and Karl Jr. in the West? I never understood that. Post it in the comments. Right there, I saw that my assassin was getting hurted, so I'm like, I'm gonna go down and help. And so if she had gotten grappled again, I would have stunned the enemy, and ideally, since they would be crowding around the assassin to make sure to grapple lock her, I would have stunned both of them, and that would have assured the assassin's escape. So that was my main goal. Now I'll go up here, and I'm hoping that the assassin sticks around and just is a real annoying twat, because I don't want like their whole team to come up here to fight me. I see that guy Crookhook, so I throw a junior, and I'm like, oh, maybe he didn't come, and then sure enough he appears, and then I just do a huge amount of awesome right there. That was when I threw a Karl. What you're gonna want to do is whenever you get Karl high enough level, is you want to plant traps. Your Karl Jr. should be a trap mechanism, because it's basically the assault's bomb, but you get it on a much lower cooldown. You can't throw it as far. You have a little bit less control over it. But since you get so many of them, it helps a lot, because you can just constantly throw them out and constantly set traps for yourself. Since Karl has such limited mobility, that really helps a lot. Because if you're surrounded by Karls, and then you start to run away, basically the enemy has to think, okay, do I really want to take all this burst damage in order to chase this guy down? Because he could easily turn the tables with a stun and then kill me. And that's how you want to escape damage, just with the threat of doing a shit ton of damage. Now I see that bad stuff's happening to our assassin up here. Gets belly bounce. I'm gonna stun. I help you. I'm gonna help the assassin. That guy almost dies, but the gunner gets the kill for it. Good for you, gunner. Oh, he juiced and took care of business. But I get another assist. Anytime a guy's about to get away and I get an assist, that's the best feeling ever. I'm like, fuck, he got away, and then assist. He didn't get away. Take that, dick. I get super pumped. I think I get more pumped about that than I do at getting an actual kill, because it's just like, because it's like I'm all disappointed. It's like one of those things where, like, it's Christmas and your parents, you're like, oh, I can't wait. I wanted a Power Wheels, and Santa's going to bring me a Power Wheels. I'm going to drive around my backyard. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to pretend it's Jurassic Park, and I'm like, na 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 na. And then I'm going to steal some my dad's Barbasol can and pretend it's got dinosaur DNA in it, because I'm Newman from Seinfeld. But yeah, oh my god, I got super off track. But anyways, you're opening all your presents, like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a Power Wheels. You see a giant present, you open it up, oh, it's nothing in it. Your parents are sneaky. They put all of your presents in one big present, so you think it's the Power Wheels, but it's secretly just all your presents. You unlock them, but you're a good kid, so you're like, thanks for all the socks and clothes, and I got some candy and a few other toys and stuff. That's cool. Thanks a lot, parents. And then they're like, hey, why don't you go out why don't you take the dog outside? And you go take the dog outside. Boom! There's a little Power Wheels right there. You're like, oh my god, a Power Wheels! And so you go from disappointed to being happy, and that's the best kind of happy, where you're like, oh man, all of a sudden things turned out better than you thought they had. So yeah, that was really a really long-winded way of saying I like getting assists, because sometimes I think they get away, but then it turns out they didn't. Involved a long anecdote involving Jurassic Park and me getting a Power Wheels. I did have a Power Wheels, by the way. Power Wheels was so awesome. You have any idea how awesome it is as a little kid to drive a car around? Even if it is only going like 6 miles an hour, and it's got plastic wheels, you don't care, because you're little and you just think it's tight. Right there, that was some teamwork. I stunned the guy. I'm like, no, I'll save you, assassin. But fortunately, I was too late. She dies. But in the confusion of the stunnery, the sport does happen to land an amazing airstrike and take out their jerk mascot. So take that, you jerk, with your stupid hat and your squeaky shoes. I really like Wascot, because when there's an enemy one, I know that there's an enemy near me, because I hear squeaky shoes. I mean, that's kind of a nice nuanced touch, because it's so silly that he's got squeaky shoes, but it is also kind of like ridiculous that like you can easily hear him coming from miles away. Albeit you can hear gunners and stuff coming from miles away too. Right there, I really wanted that churro because it would have helped me not die, and also I could have launched another Karl. But I'm content with running away and then popping up to the same spot I went before, which is it's an okay spot. I mean, it's not really that impressive. I was pretty proud of myself for my ingenuity. I'm like, I'll go up here, and I was like, hey, look how clever I am. It was like one of those things where that gunner must think, oh, he must do this all the time, and I just kind of impromptu did it. So I was too proud of such a stupid accomplishment in a video game that doesn't matter. But not that this game doesn't matter more. I mean, video games in general don't matter just for funsies. I went over there to help that assassin, but there was like 1,000 people, so I said, sorry, bro, you gotta die. You should know better than to be fucking with everybody in the world is. Now, they do a really strong push. I'm kind of annoyed, because I'm like, we gotta shoot the bots, guys. We can't let them push out. We need to take care of their stupid turrets. The sooner we take care of their turrets, the sooner a jackpot's gonna come, and as soon as a jackpot's gonna come, the less likely chance they have of doing a comeback. Now, right here, I stun that guy, and he decides to follow me, and I very stupidly waste my juice. I break the grapple, which is awesome. I'm really glad they kept that little feature in, but I switched weapons. I think I just wanted to go for the grapple, go for a ring out, but yeah, we saw how well that fucking worked out. This guy's being a clown shoe. I didn't throw my junior there because I guess I'm just a fat idiot. If I throw my junior there, that probably could have been a kill, but I'm just stupid, so. Here's the order of events you want to go. You want to stun, and then right after you stun, you want to Karl Jr. and then alt fire your handler. Do that in that order. And you want to have, you really want to get in the mindset when you're playing Karl to do this, because if you don't play Karl a lot, you're kind of be playing on autopilot where just shoot, hold the button and kill the people, and then occasionally use my skills. But Karl is very ineffective if you run on autopilot. Basically, you want the Karl rhythm, which is where you, not the Carl Weathers, because he was in Arrested Development and Predator, but the Karl rhythm. And that is that you want to get down, stun, and then you basically you want to go, okay, you're just going to try to predict if you hit your stun where they're going to be stun locked at. Then immediately shoot your alt fire handler, which right there I didn't do because I'm bad. And then you're going to want to Karl Jr. And then ideally you'll run in and grapple at the end of all that. That's the ideal. That's like that amount of burst damage is ridiculous. And it'll be just amazing if you can pull it off. Right there, that wasn't just a terrible exchange. I had a couple of good fights, and that was one of the worst fights. I really wasn't taking that fight seriously. I figured I'll shoot him a little bit and he'll run away, but he doesn't. And so I'm like, oh no, I should have been pulling my head out of my ass the whole time. But I wasn't. I was having my head in my ass the whole time. It was very dark and very hot, and it involved me getting my ass beat a lot. So I decided, no, this is bad, so I'm going to stop it. And then I did. And by stop it, I mean my whole team saved my ass, and then I ran away and bought Regenadol. That's what I meant by stop it. Now this time, I see the gunner's juice, and instead of like running at him, I just stay the fuck away. And right there, once again, I failed. I switched weapons to grapple him, but of course he jets away. And yeah, and jump jet characters, here's what you're going to do. Yeah, they're annoying to grapple, but here's what you do. You shoot them until they land, and then you grapple, because once they land, they're stuck on the ground for a really long period of time before they can actually start to jump again, even like a little tiny jump. And after they've used their entire jump jet, like they're dead. Like even if you don't land a grapple, you just wait, and then you can easily land a grapple because their jump jet's down. They can only do tiny little bunny hops, and then they have to land on the ground for a really long time and let it recharge before they can do it again. And it's a much longer period of being immobile or being grounded than any other like classes who don't have jump jets. So they're really they're good up until they've completely run out, and then they're basically a hindrance in terms of just how the character moves and avoids grapples. So that's what you want to do. You want to force them to use the entirety of their jump jet, and then once they've used it, then that's when you strike. That's when you sweep the leg. All right, you gotta wait. You gotta pick your battles, and you want to be smart about it. People like to complain about jump jet characters like they're hard to grapple. It's because like you just can't mash M2 mindlessly and get lucky when they land into it. No, you have to pay attention. It's the same with commandos. Basically, you want to back up. And you want to position yourself where like they aren't just like jumping all over you, all up in your face. You want to position them in one direction from where you're looking. Like position them in front of you, and then basically constantly move away from them so that you can see them. Because if they're jumping over your head and to your side everywhere, you're just going to take a bunch of damage and die. So you want to position them in a way that you basically force them to run straight at you, because that's what most of the commandos will do. If you get a little bit of distance between you and them just by either moving sporadically or picking a direction they aren't going, then what they're going to do is, in order to catch up to you, they have to run straight at you, because that's the fastest way to get to you. If they run straight at you, you can just like decimate them, because you can just shoot straight ahead and you'll hit them. When they're hopping around everywhere all over your head, it's really hard to hit them because they're just everywhere. But you distance yourself, you put a little distance between yourself. And I'm just talking like a little bit. Like they'll still be hitting you, but enough distance that like you can actually accurately aim at them, and it becomes less of a one-sided battle. And then you just want to time it, and then kind of use your discretion in terms of your ping and their ping and things like that, and kind of grapple right as they land, and maybe a little bit before, depending on ping. A little bit before couldn't hurt if you're a little bit behind. So, and then they'll land right into your grapple, and you just can't mash it. If you mash it, that's time you're not doing damage. You want to kite them to be in a straight line in front of you, and then do a bunch of damage by shooting them, and then end up grappling them if they get close to you again. It's really a basic concept. It's really hard in essence to do because you start to panic. I do the same thing, so it's much easier in theory to do than it is in an application. Now I bought juice and I pop it in order to take care of this jackbot. I go ahead and ejector the assault, I believe, and I don't even chase him because I don't care. Let him get away, whatever. I'm after this combat girl, and I want to push these bots back. That assault can be on our side of the map for all I give a shit. I just want to take care of these bots and really just push them into the enemy's base. Right there, that was a poor prediction on my part in terms of the stun. I should have really predicted that most people are going to run around the corners, like to the left as you did. So I should have predicted that direction, but I didn't. Now this guy right here, he starts to be a dick. And right there, that's one of the reasons, that escape right there is why I suggest Massive Air on Karl. Because I kind of weaved around everything with my prop up, and I made an escape. And Karl, he's got pretty low mobility, but that's one of the instances where you put yourself in a position where, here, I get both of these bacons. I'll get back to that point in a second. Does anybody know if bacon stacks? I got 2 of them. I was going to leave one for my gunner, but I just took them both. And there's kind of enemies nearby, so I kind of didn't want them to get it. But let me know if bacon stacks. I can look it up myself, but I just like to see comments from you guys answer my stupid questions. Berate me if it's really obvious. Be like, Slick, you stupid dummy. It says right here that bacon does stack or it doesn't stack. So yeah, you can yell at me if you want, if I ask questions on obvious information that I could easily look up myself. Oh no, I forgot what my point was I was making. Oh no! Let's see, I just killed the jackpot, the girl, you gotta predict. Oh yeah, running away with Karl. Karl's really good at running away if you're aware of it. Like he's worse than all the other pros because he doesn't get a burst of speed. But if you're just aware of your surroundings and just immediately you have an escape route all the time, depending on what happens, then you should be fine. Because right there you saw I got away, and it's really disorienting whenever somebody prop hops, because they basically go straight up and you're looking up and around for them and you can't see them, and you basically, where the fuck did he go? And at that point you have to have amazing tracking abilities where you have to predict where they went. I mean, yeah, they're gonna go up, so you know where they're gonna go. They're gonna go up. So if they go up, I mean, you have to just look at, like right there, the guy goes, oh, he went up into the jungle, but like he didn't know where into the jungle I went. I might not have went into the jungle. Maybe I just went straight up and I'm gonna land soon. He's looking around for me. But yeah, like you just gotta pick your battles. You gotta be aware of your escape routes. That's so important as Karl, and because nothing's worse than like running straight at a jump pad. Because basically what you've taken is your mobility skill and nullified it entirely. Because if like you escape towards a jump pad, people are just gonna follow you. But if you're not near a jump pad and you escape into the jungle, they have to go all the way to find a jump pad in order to catch up to you. So yeah, don't just whenever you know where there's a jump pad, start to run away from the jump pad so they chase you, and then jump into the jungle or jump away the fuck away from them. So. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just have to use a jump jet. But what you can do is kite them in the sense that you go up not jump pad. God damn it! You can go up the jump pad and just back as soon as you hit the jump pad. Just hold down, and what you'll do is you kind of go up the jump pad and then back down and land on the platform you landed before. And ideally, what you're trying to do is bait them to go up there. And sure, they might in a split second realize, oh, he went back down immediately. But that's enough time for you to get a little bit of distance between you. And if he starts to chase you again, then you can prop up back up into the jungle, not near a jump pad, and that forces them to find a jump pad to come get you, or character dependent, if they're Megabeth, they can rocket jump into the jungle. And now I guess the assault can grenade jump, which I have no idea how that's gonna work out, but I'm really curious about it. It sounds like he can grenade jump now, but it also sounds like he takes damage from grenades. I actually don't know if he ever took damage from his own grenades to begin with. But either way, now he certainly is going to take damage from his own grenades. And I don't know how, I really don't know how the, I'll get back to that in a second. I want to get to this. Here, this is a perfect example of how the interaction should go. Right there. Karl Jr., I stunned him, and I all-fired him. I kited him to where I wanted to be. I set a Karl Jr. trap. And I didn't kill him, but you saw how much damage I did to him. He is 3 levels below me, but still, that was like, it was all burst damage. I didn't shoot him hardly at all. Back to my point, I was talking about how I don't know how grenade jumping is really going to impact the assault. And basically, it's just getting into the jungle and stuff easier and early. And I mean, he can already do that with bomb, but now he doesn't have to use his ability to do it. He can just use a grenade jump. Which I'm not sure what that's gonna mean. So I think what they're trying to do is people have been complaining that the assault has been super nerfed now that his fly's been nerfed, and they're basically trying to find a way to mitigate that by without reverting the original changes. And oh, look at that stun kill. I'm the best. I'm the best around. Pretty mediocre all around. Ugh, I just rounded around. I'm fucking Fred Durst. No, I know y'all be loving this shit right here. L-I-M-P. Biscuit is right here. And somebody's like, wait, are you going to rhyme here with here? Because you're not even doing like H-E-R-E and H-E-A-R. You're rhyming the same here's twice. Like, shut up. So yeah, I just pulled a Fred Durst and rhymed the same word twice. So I'm stupid and awful, but yeah. Yeah, so, and also, Grenade 3, there's a new map, so yeah, that's gonna be cool. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I'm pretty pumped about it. I kind of always liked Grenade 3. I really hated it just because of the snipers. If you got a good sniper, it was bad, but if there wasn't any sniper, it was a pretty cool map. I really liked it, so I'm really pumped to play that, so. That was his gameplay. I go 15-0-24, flawless, 158 bot kills. Don't get as many kills as the gunner, but I do get more bot kills. And I make extra money, but I also had money magnets, so that's kind of irrelevant. And yeah, that was his gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed it.